Hey, what's up everyone? Don Maeda with TransWorld Motocross. We're at Kauai Creek for our 2018 450 shootout. It's day one of our comparison. On day one we have all the manufacturers here with us. We've got 6 test riders, 6 bikes, 6 technicians to help us set up the bike ideally for each rider. We're going to spin a bunch of laps, hopefully not have any falls, and try some different settings, and come up with a definitive winner for 2018. So check it out. So that's it, end of day one of our 450 shootout for 2018. Spun laps on all 6 bikes, came in, got adjustments, tried different things. At the end of the day though, the bike I felt the most comfortable and confident on was the Husqvarna FC450. It's also our defending champion from last year. The bike has a smooth yet strong, easy to control power band. It's got 2 different maps, got traction control, so there's really 3 power bands in one there on that bike. The AER 48 fork it's the best air fork you can get. It handles great, it's fast enough, easy control though, has a light feel on the track. The Pro Taper bars are a great bend. They actually are a different bend than the bars that are on the KTM, so the bike, just because the handlebars has a smaller, lighter, more flickable feeling. So for me, that's my #1 choice for 2018 thus far in our 450 shootout.
Hi, I'm Kyle Perner, Vet Intermediate, and we're out here at Kauai Creek Motocross Park. So the KTM 450 is my favorite bike today. It just does everything great. It has a great motor, it has good suspension, great brakes, great clutch. You know, the electric start just feels really good on the track. It turns good, and it's really comfortable to ride. So. There's not a whole lot of changes I had to make to this bike, a couple clickers here and there. I think I just slowed the rebound down in the fork and in the shock, and that was about it. And it just felt great. So that's my pick.
This is Pat Foster. I ride the Vet Pro class, and I've been with TransWorld for probably 15 years as a test rider. Another great day here at Kauai Creek for day one of our 450 shootout. So at the end of today, right now I'm leaning towards the Yamaha 450. If you've watched our videos in the past, the Yamaha hasn't been my favorite the last few years. They went through some major changes this year. The bike's slimmer, narrower up front, it feels lighter. Of course, the electric start is an awesome thing. But what my favorite part about the bike is the motor. This thing just absolutely rips. I love the fact that you can go in on the Yamaha app and change the mapping. I made a couple of adjustments to it today. It's like, what do you want? You don't need to buy a pipe. You don't need to do it. I mean, it's instant. You can make adjustments immediately. But I don't have to make too many adjustments. The power is just great. Great low end, awesome mid-range. It's got a ton of top end, a lot of over rev, but it hits hard, it's exciting, it's fun to ride, which for me, I don't race a lot, so I'm looking for a bike that's really fun and enjoyable, and the Yamaha is it. You know, you couple that with the suspension, which is hands down the best suspension in the class. It offers the most plushness at the top of the stroke. It offers great bottoming resistance on the big hits. I mean, it's comfortable, but it's also substantial. I just had a great time on the Yamaha. So we're gonna keep riding, we're gonna keep doing some more testing, but so far that's what I'm leaning towards. You guys, thank you very much.
What's up, this is Town LaFontaine. I raced the 250 Pro class and we just got done wrapping up the 2018 450 Shootout. For me this year, again, it's between the KTM and the Husky, similar to last year, but it was a closer race. They both are pretty similar, but they both have a bit of differences as well. They have a different feel from each other. They handle the suspensions the same, but the power on the KTM, I'd say the bike feels more powerful. It feels faster. The Husky feels like it's a little toned down, I'd say, compared to the KTM, like a little more restricted, where the throttle response on the KTM is a little better. And then little things like the KTM bars, I feel, are a little stiffer than the Husky bars, which they come with a Pro Taper bar. The bend is a little better. It's not as straight. It sweeps back a little bit, and I think that actually helps the feel of the bike when you get on it. The Husky in the tank, in the bike, in the rear as well, because it has the composite subframe. It's a little wider, and it's a little wider in the tank area as well, whereas the KTM's a little narrower. There's those things that on the track, you notice them right away when you go out there, and at the end of the day, those are the kind of things that decide which bike wins, because they're so good. It just comes down to those minor things. And I'm struggling picking between the two, so I'm gonna think about it a little more, but for me it's between the KTM and the Husky.
Hey, this is Rich Taylor with TransWorld Motocross. We're out here at Cahuilla for the 2018 450 Shootout. For me, today, I kind of had three favorites that I just felt good on it, felt comfortable. Basically, the Honda, the KTM, and the Suzuki just fit me. I can get on the bike, I can change a couple clickers, and I can go fast. I just feel comfortable, the motor feels good, the chassis feels good, I can just go. That's not to say the other ones weren't. They just maybe took a couple more clicks of this or something of that, or I had to change my lineup a little bit here and I would go just as fast on any of those bikes. The Honda for me worked really good. It's, it's got electric start. So does the KTM, of course, and the Yamaha, but it's just kind of a big plus. But just the Honda, I felt comfortable on it. The whole ride position, the motor character, suspension, I just felt like I could get it in and out of the corners. I felt good. The KTM is a great bike. It also has a great motor, handles great, kind of the same deal. Same with the Suzuki. I've been, I ride Suzukis a lot, so I'm of course very comfortable on it. It's a new bike this year, so it has some upgrades, some a little bit better suspension, stuff like that, and it works awesome out here. But I felt really good on the Honda, and those other two bikes, those were kind of my picks today. Again, it's kind of like, what's your favorite color, man? That's the one you should get, because they're all really, really good bikes. up everyone? Mike Emery here, photo editor of TransWorld Motocross. Before I say my favorite bike, I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is a really hard choice to make because everybody says this, but all the bikes are so good and they're just getting better. So that being said, my choice for my favorite is the Yamaha this year. I feel like they completely ramped up their game, made a bunch of huge improvements. I got on the bike and it felt, although it felt a little bigger than some of the other bikes, it still felt way slimmer than it used to feel. The electric start is a huge improvement. The mapping app that they have is super, to me that's the future. I think they did a huge good move with that. So not only did it ride really well, it's these new features, their classic suspension that everybody loves. On the track it was super stable, really predictable. Obviously it has a lot of power, so all of those things overall were the reason why I picked that bike.